Life lessons. You can't avoid essential truths for personal growth. A fresh perspective on timeless truths. When a man knows more than others, he often finds himself alone, isolated by the weight of his knowledge. Life is much like riding a bicycle. To maintain balance, you must keep moving forward. Success, however, is not about a seamless journey. It's about stumbling from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Nothing in life is insurmountable when you break it into smaller, manageable steps. A negative mind, though, will never yield a positive life. Just as a water pot fills drop by drop, a wise man gathers good little by little, shaping himself into a vessel of virtue. Patience reveals that everything you need will come at the right time. If you want trust, start by being honest. Those who say something can't be done should step aside for those proving otherwise. True wealth isn't about hoarding possessions, but about desiring less. A goal without a plan is merely a wish, and most of our suffering exists only in imagination, not in reality. He who walks a straight path rarely stumbles. Life will naturally separate you from friends over time, so cherish each moment together. Happiness isn't something to chase. It resides within you. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Good things come to those who endure, even when the road is long and rough. In the end, it will all be worth it. You're more likely to regret the things you didn't do than the mistakes you made trying. Choose a profession driven by love, not mere convenience. Brighter days are ahead. The weight on your heart will not last forever. Worrying robs you of today's peace without solving tomorrow's problems. Those who do more than they are paid for will eventually be paid more than they do. When wronged, don't react. Simply walk away in silence. Genius lies in recognizing one's limitations. While the strongest muscle and your worst enemy is your mind, train it wisely. Treat others as you wish to be treated. Cherish those you love, for they could be gone at any time. Trust, like time, is fragile, easy to lose and impossible to replace. Fortune favors the brave, and clinging to the past hinders the brightness of your future. Perfection isn't about adding more, but refining until there's nothing left to take away. A person with a why can endure any how. Living and dying well are one and the same art. Direction matters more than speed, and while wasted money can be earned back, missed moments are gone forever. Live life with open eyes, ears, and heart. Never ruin an apology with excuses. The impossible becomes achievable once you start. Learn to value silence. What you don't say matters just as much as what you do. True friends are revealed during hard times. Stop comparing your journey to others. Focus on your growth. Maturity brings simplicity, and wisdom teaches you to let go before learning to receive. Choose friends wisely, as their influence shapes your path. Hard choices often yield the most rewarding outcomes. Embrace mistakes. They are proof you're trying. Nothing is truly easy, but every step forward matters. The future depends on what you do today, not what you plan to do tomorrow. Be the change you want to see in the world. Progress isn't diminished by someone else's success. Even the kindest people have limits, and trust lost once is often gone forever. Respect yourself above all. Avoid gossip. It's poison to the soul. Seek wisdom over knowledge and growth over perfection. Laziness will let poverty overtake you, while courage leads you to freedom. Let go of toxic relationships to make room for the right people. Trust actions over words. Hardships may hurt now, but they forge a stronger version of you. Every day is a new beginning. Embrace it without regret. Learn from funerals. People remember your character, not your achievements. Cherish health, for it's a form of wealth. Adjust your sails to the winds of life. It's not about what happens, but how you adapt. Don't make permanent decisions in moments of temporary emotion. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. You've grown since then. Avoid oversharing. Privacy is power. Be yourself unapologetically. Freedom comes when you no longer need validation. Those who don't value your worth don't deserve a place in your life. True wisdom lies in distinguishing the possible from the impossible. Lastly, you are here for a reason. Life is imperfect, but that's what makes it beautiful. Be grateful for the little things, and never let others define your value. Your journey is yours alone. Own it unapologetically. Your life is your story. Don't let anyone else hold the pen. Wealth, like seawater, only deepens thirst the more you drink, and fame is no different. What someone says about others often reveals more about themselves. Challenges fortify the mind just as labor strengthens the body. The truth? Everyone will hurt you. It's about finding those worth enduring the pain for. Be loyal, or stay single. It's that simple. Never say maybe when you mean no. When anger strikes, hold your tongue. Winning every argument isn't necessary. Sometimes it's okay to just agree to disagree. At some point, you'll realize no one can dictate your life unless you let them. The walls confining you are often the ones you build yourself. If you work for someone else, your labor is theirs, not the fruits of it. Noise from children may overwhelm now, but the silence when they're gone can feel unbearable. True strength? It's nonviolence. Even when split thin, every situation has two sides. Dreams are fiction until realized. Then they become science. Humanity's story is one of endless science fiction. Without a destination in mind, no wind will carry you forward. Live each day like it's your last, because someday it will be. Only those who can afford honesty are truly free. Great leaders know the art of being led. The biggest risk in life is not taking one. A little prevention can save a lot of pain later. Give without expecting a return, and stop doubting yourself. It's a habit worth breaking. Waiting for change without action is like standing at a bus stop expecting a train. A blind man might struggle to guide by day, but when night falls, his sightless experience can lead. We live two lives. The first, unaware of its limits. The second, knowing how fleeting it is. Inspiration doesn't wait for you. You have to chase it. 5 years ago, you prayed for where you are now. Let that sink in. If you can't simplify something enough to explain it to a child, you don't truly understand it. Life comes around only once, so chase joy unapologetically. Those hardest to love are the ones who need it most. For some, God is a being. For others, the laws of physics. Hatred is a poison that kills the hater, not the hated. Let grudges go, they weigh you down. Share plans only after they're accomplished, not before. Trust is earned sparingly. Salt and sugar look alike, but bring vastly different outcomes. Procrastination steals your time. Reclaim it. Years of struggle often shine in hindsight as the most meaningful times. Learn from history's failures, for they tend to repeat themselves. Healing doesn't require an audience. Failure isn't permanent. It's a bruise, not a tattoo. Calm your storms. You've weathered worse and will rise again. Say no confidently, without excuses. Respect yourself above all. Lead from behind, letting others believe they're at the front. Love isn't about understanding. It's about embracing the mystery. Prepare or prepare to fail. It's that simple. True wealth isn't measured in possessions but in experiences and memories. A simple act of giving, even a small one, can light up someone's day, and your own. Life gets easier with financial security, not time. Let go of toxic attachments, whether people or things. Stress is temporary, but the wisdom it brings can last a lifetime. The world moves quickly. If you don't pause to look around, you might miss it. Accept what is, release what was, and trust in what will be. Sometimes, endings are the prelude to better beginnings. Don't just dream. Hustle. Education remains the sharpest weapon for change. Mastery over others is impressive, but true power lies in mastering yourself. Worrying before it's necessary only doubles your suffering. Wealth won't fend off the fear of death, and your enemies might kill you, but it's often your friends who can truly hurt you. Does this style resonate with what you envisioned? Never dwell in the past, neither for happiness, justification, nor excuses. The world is as it is, and you are who you are. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. What truly matters is the courage to keep moving forward. Don't fret about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Each day has enough challenges of its own. Among all the liars in the world, the worst are often our own fears. Don't ruin the beauty of what you have by longing for what you don't. Remember, what you now cherish was once only a dream. You don't need to burn books to destroy a culture. Just get people to stop reading. And don't look back. You're not going that way. Practice self-compassion. Everyone makes mistakes. We're human. If you always tell the truth, there's nothing to remember. Choose your friends wisely. Surround yourself with people you admire, not just those who are easiest to please. The people you associate with will shape your future. Save your money. Avoid the trap of homes you can't afford, fancy cars, or maxing out credit cards. Your future self will thank you. There are two paths you can take, but there's always time to change course. Stop worrying about what others think. Most aren't thinking about you anyway. Life is a tragedy to those who feel, but a comedy to those who think. Thinking is hard work, which is why so few people truly do it. There are only 3 defining events in life: birth, life, and death. We aren't aware of being born, we die in pain, and most of us forget to truly live. Control your mood, or it will control you. Sometimes, to understand the world, you must step back from it. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. True love doesn't end, because it's not bound by time. Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, others are joyful, but every page is necessary for the full story. Take care of your health. Without it, nothing else matters. Money cannot buy happiness if you're suffering. Live life on your terms, not by the expectations of society, family, or friends. What others think of you is none of your business. It's not a lack of time that holds you back, but a lack of priorities. Through discipline, you'll find freedom. Children learn by example, not by words. Treat people with kindness, but never ignore contempt. It often signals harm. Walk away from those who demean or undermine you. Life is short, but it's never too late to start anew. If there's something you want, don't delay, but don't sacrifice long-term goals for fleeting desires. This is your life. Shape it, or someone else will. Sometimes the best decision is to keep your plans to yourself. Be proud of your efforts. At your lowest, you'll discover life's greatest truths. Nobody is ever truly too busy. It's all about priorities. Don't force, beg, or chase. What's meant for you will align naturally. Learn practical skills, like changing a flat tire. Value your time, and others will too. The pain you feel today will become your strength tomorrow. Get your health checkups. Time heals, but prevention is better. Life is about learning. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Keep what makes you happy quiet. Protect your peace. If no one helps you, do it alone. Your time is precious. Don't waste it on people who don't value it. You can't change the past, but you can start now and rewrite the ending. Ask for what you want. If you don't, the answer is always no. Life isn't fair, but it's still beautiful. Those who lack courage never achieve greatness. Have clear boundaries and be selective about who you let into your world. Invest wisely. In real estate, in yourself, and in experiences. Own fewer possessions. They bring clarity, not clutter. Leave toxic relationships not to teach lessons, but because you've learned yours. When uncertain, just take the next small step. Slow down. Mistakes are part of growth. The older you get, the harder change becomes, so start now. Family will always care the most. Stay busy. It's the cheapest and most effective medicine. Keep your circle small. Fewer connections often mean fewer problems. Live so fully that when you're gone, the world weeps and you rejoice. A single bad phase can start any time, but genius is mostly hard work, not just talent. Save a little money regularly. It brings a sense of peace no luxury can match. Happiness isn't something you postpone. It's something you design for the present. Life moves fast. If you don't pause, you'll miss it. Your thoughts shape your mind. Work hard, trust the process, and luck will follow. Let your heart show you the way, but let your head guide you safely. Worries fade when you release them. Don't tie your happiness to people or things. Tie it to a meaningful goal. Never give up on what you truly want. Waiting is hard, but regret is harder. Focus on what you can control. Let the rest go. A wise person avoids problems altogether. Cleverness isn't always enough. Life is about creating yourself, not just finding who you are. Your reactions shape your experience, not the events themselves. Kindness costs nothing but means everything. Your life changes when you take charge, not by chance. Stay strong, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. Fear is just a trick of the mind. Tell the people you love how you feel before it's too late. Marry wisely. It's one of life's biggest decisions. Mistakes are lessons. Growth is your responsibility. Knowledge can be isolating. True wisdom lies in understanding your limitations. Life is about balance and constant movement. Success isn't perfection, but persistent forward motion. Break big challenges into smaller steps. Your mind can be your greatest strength or worst enemy. Patience is a virtue. Trust that what you need will come at the right time. True wealth isn't measured by possessions, but by inner peace and experiences. Happiness isn't something to chase. It resides within you. Choose love over convenience in your profession and relationships. Learn to value silence. What you don't say can be as powerful as what you do. Cherish moments, not things. Time lost cannot be recovered. Embrace mistakes. They're proof you're trying and growing. Be yourself unapologetically. Your journey is unique. Forgive yourself. Growth means understanding that past mistakes don't define you. Trust actions over words. True character reveals itself in challenging times. Let go of toxic relationships. Your energy is precious. Your network is your net worth. Choose companions wisely. Self-respect is the foundation of all meaningful relationships. Embrace uncertainty. It's where growth and opportunity reside. Continuous learning is the key to staying relevant. Emotional intelligence trumps raw intelligence. Gratitude transforms what you have into enough. Real wealth is freedom, not just money. Your energy defines your reality. Patience is a form of action. Never apologize for your ambition. Personal boundaries are an act of self-love. Comfort zones are creativity killers. Failure is feedback, not a final verdict. Understanding is more powerful than being right. Quality matters more than quantity in relationships and possessions. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. Forgiveness liberates you, not the other person. True confidence is quiet. Insecurity is loud. Purpose gives meaning. Passion gives direction. Invest in experiences, not just material things. Would you like me to continue expanding this collection with more insights? That's a profound collection of wisdom. Here's more to keep your mind engaged. A calm mind brings inner strength and self-confidence. Don't waste your time in anger, regrets, worries, and grudges. Life is too short to be unhappy. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. The unexamined life is not worth living. Every moment is a fresh beginning. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. It is never too late to be what you might have been. We must let go of the life we have planned, so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. Do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Dream big and dare to fail. The best revenge is massive success. The harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. If you are going through hell, keep going. Don't count the days, make the days count. Here are more words of wisdom to expand the collection. Your greatest growth often emerges from your most challenging moments. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching. Learn continuously. Knowledge is the most portable wealth you can possess. Emotions are temporary. Don't make permanent decisions based on fleeting feelings. Your health is your most valuable asset. Invest in it daily. Success is built through consistent small actions, not sporadic grand gestures. True strength isn't about never falling, but rising each time you fall. Comparison is the thief of joy. Focus on your own journey. Financial freedom comes from discipline, not luck. Time is your most precious resource. Spend it wisely and intentionally. Authenticity attracts the right people into your life. Wisdom understands that you don't know everything. Personal growth requires uncomfortable conversations with yourself. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but action despite it. Your potential is limited only by your imagination and effort. Kindness costs nothing but can mean everything to someone. Mental health is as important as physical health. True success is measured by the lives you positively impact. Learn to say no without explaining yourself. Resilience is built through adversity, not comfort. Of course, here are even more words of wisdom for you. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Wisdom begins in wonder. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. The mind is everything. What you think you become. He who is contented is rich. Life is a journey that must be traveled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The best way out is always through. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Your task is not to foresee the future, but to enable it. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. The only journey is the one within. To live without hope is to cease to live. Believe deep down in your heart that you're destined to do great things. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. One's destination is never a place, but a new way of seeing things. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Keep your feet on the ground and your eyes on the stars. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. The past cannot be changed. The future is yet in your power. Life is really about creating yourself. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. To find yourself, think for yourself. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Happiness is not a goal, it is a byproduct. Great things never came from comfort zones. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. Here's to more wisdom filling your days. Let me know if you want to keep going. The only constant in life is change. Embrace it, adapt, and learn from every twist and turn. True freedom comes from within, not from external circumstances. Don't let the fear of failure paralyze you. Take risks, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. Cultivate gratitude. Appreciate the small moments and the blessings in your life. Forgive yourself and others. Holding on to grudges only hurts you. Practice self-care. Prioritize your physical and mental well-being. Never stop learning. The world is constantly evolving, and so should you. Be kind to yourself and others. A little kindness can go a long way. Believe in yourself. You are capable of achieving great things. Live in the present moment. Don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. I hope this adds to your collection. To further enhance this list, consider these aspects. Specificity. Instead of broad statements, try to offer more specific advice, such as, invest in experiences over material possessions, or spend time in nature to recharge. Originality. Explore unique perspectives and less common wisdom. Humor. Add a touch of humor to make the wisdom more engaging and memorable. Personalization. Tailor some of the wisdom to specific situations or life stages. When a man knows more than others, he often finds himself alone, isolated by the weight of his knowledge. Life is much like riding a bicycle. To maintain balance, you must keep moving forward. Success, however, is not about a seamless journey. It's about stumbling from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Nothing in life is insurmountable when you break it into smaller, manageable steps. A negative mind, though, will never yield a positive life. Just as a water pot fills drop by drop, a wise man gathers good little by little, shaping himself into a vessel of virtue. Patience reveals that everything you need will come at the right time. If you want trust, start by being honest. Those who say something can't be done should step aside for those proving otherwise. True wealth isn't about hoarding possessions, but about desiring less. A goal without a plan is merely a wish, and most of our suffering exists only in imagination, not in reality. He who walks a straight path rarely stumbles. Life will naturally separate you from friends over time, so cherish each moment together. Happiness isn't something to chase. It resides within you. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.